So, it's been 1 month since I started my plan to release 52 songs and 52 videos this year. So, I don't really have a major plan on how I'm going to achieve this overall. And I know it's quite a lot of work to actually put together a song and a video every week. But definitely not impossible. There's plenty of, YouTubers out there making more than a video every week, so that's more than achievable. A song a week, realistically, a song can be produced in a day or two, so it's more than achievable. I've definitely had people mention that, won't you be reducing the quality of your songs in order to actually achieve 52 songs in the year? And not necessarily. I have made some 30 songs over the past 3 years that I can very easily just wrap up and release. But essentially, I feel that this is going to be achievable, and the reasons why I want to do this is simply to build a catalogue of music so that give it, next year, come to 2027, I'm going to be able to move forwards and very easily establish a much more traditional and recommended music marketing strategy, release strategy, which is essentially releasing a song every month, or an EP, as one of those monthly releases, or an album as one of those monthly releases. So, all in all, basically, where I'm up to now is 4.5 weeks into this plan, this schedule, with basically 2 days to go to release a 5th video and a 5th song. So, just to recap, the 4 videos that I've made so far are these beautiful videos right here. Starting off with my final touches to my new single, Rave. We've got a mix I did, a rave song breakdown, and just a random kind of vlog video where, end of the day, the main focus behind these videos isn't necessarily, to get millions of views or to achieve some sort of great success in views but basically, right, as a musician these days, you can't just be making music. You can, for sure, some do, but aspiring and starting off at a much lower basis with definitely nowhere near as much money or networks as some of the, very quickly establishing artists out there. I feel like artists these days have to be pretty experimental and creative with their marketing and with their processes in order to actually find new fans, engage, and be able to provide some insight into their actual, ins and outs, their lives and who they are. So, ultimately, I hope that maybe one day I'm going to be able to make more video, make my YouTube a regular thing. It is, something I've been enjoying doing. Takes me out of my comfort zone, and I'm very big on a growth mindset. Very big on being the best version of yourself that you can be, and aspiring to whatever goals, that you might have, achieving great things. Ambition is something I have a lot of, and I love, not only having ambition, but I want other people to have ambition. I want other people to strive and thrive. So, yeah, ultimately, we've got our 4 videos here. This will be the 5th video, so I'll be able to get this up before 2 days' time, which means I'm on schedule for a video a week, which is, really awesome. I know they're maybe not the most interesting videos so far, but again, this is kind of really just to develop a habit, develop positive habits in creating, and again, getting out of my comfort zone, which I highly recommend you do. It's not that it's necessarily easy, and you'll definitely find struggles, to which I think one of my biggest struggles was actually preparing everything, right? The amount of times I'd gone to actually start recording a video, and I've just run into a wall after another wall, and just gotten so demotivated in order to actually do anything. So, yeah, things can be a bit of a struggle sometimes, but you just gotta not let it knock you down, and if it does, you get back up and you try again. I would run into so many issues with trying to record my screen or record making a song, and I remember, I'd go to edit the video and there would be no sound. And so the entire hour or whatever that I'd spent making that video had actually gone to waste, because there was no sound, all my voice recording was gone, or hadn't come through. The sound for making the song hadn't gone through, so why would I post up a video, in any case that was without sound? But I feel like, and I think I've learnt this in some positive kind of mindset books, is where you feel the most resistance is what you should be doing the most. So, or maybe not what you should be doing the most, but that's where you should be. That's where you should push through, because that's where the greatest gains are to be found, right? There's probably a similar gym-based metaphor for that. But simply, I want to persevere. I hope that by the end of the year, come my 50th, 51st, 52nd video, these might be a little bit more entertaining. I might have better ideas. I might be better at video editing, all of those things, which should all really, really help, my mindset, my confidence, my abilities, which, I don't know, my confidence is lacking sometimes. We can all strive to be better. So yeah, I've achieved those 4 videos so far. I do want to make more videos breaking down some of my songs. So if you do, want to see how any of my songs have been made, I'm more than happy to do a breakdown video on those. Just let me know. I want to do more mixes, of course, where I'll actually be hoping to find music from fans and people I follow on Instagram and people who follow me on Instagram, and that'll even be a video concept in itself, is actually going through and finding new music from new artists that I'm not fully aware of, because God knows how much amazing stuff is actually out there that we haven't heard of yet. Plus, that's only really going to benefit those artists as well, getting them some free awareness, and putting that out there. Then I could use those songs in my future mixes, and I'm just creating a beautiful little circle of cross promotion, where I'm developing myself and helping others, essentially, achieve and do what they want to do. I want to do more of these like album/new music reviews as well, where new albums, I want to check them out. I do have a Getter EP video releasing soon as well, which I'm really keen to do and also actually review, because I've only heard like one song I think off of that album, and I haven't even probably heard it. It was a clip on Instagram. So that's pretty much where I'm at with the content creation side of things. I'm pretty happy with it as well. Again, not the greatest content in depending on how you look at it, but I think I've managed to do okay for generally what those videos are, and watching them through how they are. So second to that is my 52 songs in a year. Craziest part about this, I guess, is that's 104 pieces of content. It's a whole new piece of content every 2 out of 5 days. It's not that crazy, really, I guess. I find it more crazy that people think that that's crazy to achieve. Like, there's an amazing quote, and I can't remember who it's by, but it's basically says, if you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you're right. And it's so true. The only limitations that you have in life are created by yourself. Start being a bit more positive. Start, putting yourself out there and really believing and aspiring to greater things. Because even if I've never met you, even if I don't know what it is you're doing, I honestly believe in you. I believe in manifestation to that degree, and I believe that you can achieve what you want. You just have to put yourself out there. So, going on to my 4 songs of the year so far, and the 5th song, which will be releasing soon. So we've got here, of course, VAZZIX, Rave, my tune Rave.
Rave, rave, we are skanking a rave, rave, skanking a rave, a bad thing, no skanking a rave, 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 we are skanking a rave, rave, skanking a rave, a bad thing, no skanking a.
So, pretty hefty rhythm track. Had a lot of fun making that from memory, and you can check out the the video on the breakdown. It was a lot of different layering on the synth. It was a good fun tune to put together, and I'm actually really happy with it. Even though it's maybe not as stand out or as crazy as some of the heavy dubstep tunes that do exist. It's a little bit unique and maybe a little bit soft for what it could be or what there is out there. Rhythm's not usually the main thing that I make, and so I'm generally just happy with how that came out. We have Don't Call Me Back, which if you haven't heard, please go check it out. I mean, I think it's coming out on see this here, 3 days, bang, in 3 days. This will be releasing on Spotify, so that'll be basically on the 5th of February. You'll be able to listen to that on iTunes, Spotify, whatever suits your needs. And this is an awesome drum and bass tune I made it's a drum and bass tune that I made basically while a friend was getting a tattoo, and I sat there for the 8 to 10 hours with my laptop and put this together using a lot of stock kind of sounds within Ableton, the software that I use to make my music. So I'll give you a little preview of this 3 days before it releases, but you can actually listen to the full song on SoundCloud already, and it is also up for free download. So that'll be something I'll be doing for pretty much all of the songs I release this year. Again, just to get me out there, help build that follower basis. They're all through a download gate. So you'll have to give a follow on Spotify, follow me on SoundCloud, and this is just the free kind of software for it as well, because I'd love for you to follow me on Instagram, Facebook. It's pretty much, I pretty much only use Instagram, SoundCloud, Spotify, but iTunes, all of those things as well. They all make a massive difference, and really until I can, get even maybe 500,000 to 1 million streams a year, I'm not going to be able to probably earn next to anything off my music. So until then, I'm not going to be able to really reinvest at the capacity to be able to have these download gates offer more things for myself. It's just, music is very financially not viable in today's day and age. It's very expensive to run a lot of advertising, a lot of these kind of download gates on all of that. So I've thought about running not necessarily a GoFundMe. I feel like that doesn't really work for a musician, but a Patreon. But until I can really get a proper support, like a network or some proper value in which I can provide, I don't know if it's really worthwhile me having a Patreon, right? So one of these days I will get that going, and I do want to have that open, so people who do support me and my music, etc., can chip in that little bit just to be able to help me make this make it happen, basically. But yeah, let's have a quick listen to Don't Call Me Back. So that's Don't Call Me Back. Again, dropping on Spotify in 3 days. So, go jump over there if it's not there yet. Hit the follow button. Show that support. Appreciate it always. I'm really putting in a lot of work on these tunes. It's not like I'm just rushing them out. And I've been really playing instruments since I was 7 years old, I think. Maybe it was 8, 9. It's probably 8, 9 to be honest. And producing for 15. Trying to remember how old I am. Yeah, I'm gonna give away my true age here. But yeah, been producing for 15 years now. So not every year, not every day, but hope you like that one. Again, super keen for that one to drop. I am going to be doing a lot of these like shorter, kind of like 2 minute sort of songs, one drop sort of songs, just because, again, making so many songs, it's already a lot of work just to make one drop. Definitely takes a lot less time to actually work on a second drop because you've already got all the resources there for it. You just need to kind of change up the flows, create a little bit of versatility. But I'm just short on time doing this. So yeah, I guess like if there's anything that ever is really hyped, anyone really likes, I might go back and do a second drop and re-release it, or otherwise I can always do some variation in production. So then of course we have our third song that we released, which is the Chibs Crust and Jelly. This one is a special remix that I quickly threw together, and I was trying to make a rhythm tune, I'll be honest, and it kind of just ended up at this unique, really high energy kind of dubstep track. But I'm happy with how it came out. So just very quick preview. Crust and Jelly. So pretty damn happy with that. Looking forward to the next show I have to be able to give that one a little rinse out live. And yeah, I'm going to have to find some doubles to go with it as well, I think. Now, we are, again, 2 days away from the date in which I meant to have a fifth song out, and you've probably noticed I don't even have a fourth song out. Now, this isn't completely true. It's not the most accurate statement. I have actually made this fourth song, and it is something that I've actually been finalizing, ready to send to streaming services so that we can get this up on Spotify, yada yada. I just didn't want to upload it onto SoundCloud just yet because basically you can see here this song releases in 3 days. Don't call me back, but yet it's up here already released, with a little bit of attention, a little bit of love on it. Not a lot because I don't really do much paid promotion, if any, really. So because it's made 2 different copies of the same song, they're going to have different stats on both of them. I was in 2 minds about that being a good thing or a bad thing. But yeah, I'd prefer not to have 2 versions of every song on my SoundCloud profile. So we're just going to scrap that. But that fourth song, which will be coming out towards the end of February, is none other than this tune here. This is the art I whipped together. And I basically make all the art myself, hence why it's not the most amazing stuff. It's not the, stand out, super professional, 3D, this and that with lasers and cool textures. But I'm one guy trying to still live life, trying to still save money, you know, have a sort of successful future ahead of me without, you know, putting all my eggs in one basket. But to give you a listen of this song, I'll give you a quick little preview, but we'll start somewhere in the middle so you've got a good little taster for what it actually sounds like. So that is, it says hold on, but I am actually calling it Dance With Me, and that one will be dropping again late February. So I believe the date is locked in. I don't have it for you right now, but again, give me a follow on Spotify or whichever streaming site you use. That one will, give you, well, pop up on your feed basically when it releases. So, and then you can also hear the second drop there, which, you know, you can wait until that releases to hear. But it's probably like one of my favorite parts of the song. It's, real simple but real good. And then if you haven't seen, here we got the A.D. Encino Bankai VAZZIX remix. This is my 5th song for the year, 5 of 52, which will be releasing probably in 2 days. Just got to do some final touches on it and it'll be good to go. So very excited to get this out there. Not much to say on it besides it's a bloody classic. I can't destroy a classic, but it's also old ass rhythm, and honestly, rhythm's not my number one production interest. So don't shoot the messenger or the musician. I don't know what I'm saying, but here's a listen. Bankai. That's enough of a tasty teaser of that one for you. But yeah, very, very excited to drop that one in a couple of days. Again, that'll be a free download for you to check out. So yeah, hope you like that one. Definitely a couple of things I'm still doing to that to get it right, but but that really covers it for my first check-in. I'll do 10 or 12 of these, probably 12, and keep you all up to date on the progress. Make sure you don't miss a single thing. So if you do forget after a month or two, you can just jump into one of these, get a little quick update, see if there's anything you really like, and get on top of it. If you do produce, feel free to send me tunes. Look to do some feedback streams in the future, but also if they're free downloads, I can simply add them in to my mixes, which I'll do monthly as well. And if you stopped by and stayed for this whole video, you are an absolute legend and you should bloody know it. So catch you on the next one, and peace.